Hi, my dear students. Under this presentation, my target is to explain how to develop appropriate, more suitable check sheet to collect relevant, most appropriate data. That means you are going to collect data. First of all, you should have idea. You have to explain what is data collection. What's the meaning of data collection? Therefore, under this scenario, I am going to start this presentation from that point. What it is. First of all, I am going to explain what is data collection. Then after that, step by step, we can go and develop appropriate check sheets. Suppose we are going to assess the health of your process. Data collection will help you to assess it. Therefore, first of all, you have to identify the main key quality characteristics that you are going to measure. It is not enough. Not only that, you should have idea how to collect. After collecting the data, how we are going to analyze it. Exactly key quality characteristics. What are the exactly key quality characteristics? It is the characteristics of the product or service produced by a process that customer have determined it is important to them. Don't forget it. Who is going to determine? The customer is going to determine what are the important elements, what are the important characteristics of the product. Every product or service has multiple key quality characteristics. When you're going when you're going to select a process to improve, you need to find out the process and process steps that produce a characteristics your customers perceive as important to the product quality. Yes, we can define data collection in a very simple way. Data collection is nothing more than planning for and obtaining useful information. Planning for and obtaining useful information on key quality characteristics produced by your process. However, simply collecting data does not ensure, it itself does not ensure that you will obtain the relevant or specific enough data to tell what is occurring in your process. My dear students, the key issue is not how do we collect the data, rather it is how do we obtain useful data. The next question is, why do we need to collect data? Do we need to collect data? In every process improvement effort relies on data to provide a factual basis for making decisions throughout the PDCA decision making cycle and do check and act cycle. Data collections will support your team to formulate and test working assumptions about your selected process. And in addition to that, it will help to develop information that will lead to the improvement of the key quality characteristics of product or service that is recognized by the customer. That data collection improves your decision making by helping you. It will help you focus on the objective information about what's happening in your process, what's happening in the process, rather than subjective opinions. Dear students, if you are going to collect data uniformly, you will need to develop a data collection plan. You should have a data collection plan when you're going to collect data uniformly. When you're going to develop a plan, the elements of the plan should be clearly operationally defined. Yes, now in your mind, for what operational definitions? For what operational definitions? Why does a team need operational definitions in order to collect useful data? That is in your mind. Why does a team need operational definition in order to collect useful data? Let's say three people are collecting data on the time it's take to perform a certain process. Unless the exact moment when each action begins and the exact moment when its end are operationally defined, each data controller will observe and react based on his or her own understanding of the situation. The data collection process, that data collection process will not be standardized or consistent because they are depending on their personal understanding. You will have collect data, but it is probably won't be much good for you. Yes, you have collected the data, but it is not enough for your purpose. Data collection can involve a multitude of decisions by data collectors. When you prepare your data collection plan, you should try to eliminate as many subjective choices. You have to try to eliminate subjective choices as much as possible by operationally define the parameters needed to do the job correctly. This has to be done. It may be as simple as establishing separate criteria and a specific way to judge when its step begins and when it ends. Your data collectors will then have a standard operating procedure. They have a standard operating procedure to use during the data collection activities. Next section. When should we develop the data collection plan? You have to develop the data collection plan during the planning stage of the PDCA cycle. The PDCA cycle, plan, do, check and act cycle, provide a framework for you to build on understanding on your process and how to obtain and interpret the data that will lead to real process improvement. Although they can be time consuming, planning sessions are extremely important because it is when you establish the guidance that help you to obtain the right data. Next question that team has to answer. What is it? What question should be the data collection plan answer? What's the meaning of it? Your team needs to develop the answers to the following questions as for the basis for sound data collection plan. First one, why do we want the data? What's the purpose of it? Why do we want data? Yes, now we have collected the data. What's our next step? What we are going to do with those things? But those are the questions first of all we have to answer. Can you remember? During the plan stage, your team has to develop working hypotheses, which will serve as a guide for the future investigation. Those have developed based on the already collected data and observations, such as your process flowcharts, cause and effect diagrams. Now you are going to set the assumption for what to develop the process, to enhance the process. Therefore, under this background, your hypothesis statement should be started as follows. It is if-then statement. As an example, shall we take following one? If we change steps X in our process, by doing, we believe we will then improve Y, which is the key quality characteristic of our product or service. The question is, from where will we collect the data? The place that we are going to collect the data must be clearly identified. It is not easy, but if you tackle following things in proper way, you can find that answer without any issue. What are those? First one, you have to refer the flow chart which drawn both in the current state of the process as well as after modified the situation. Here you have to focus on the steps of the process where the quality characteristics you are aligned to improve in. All you have to focus on the steps of the process. Then after that you have to collect the data from these focus steps. You must collect data twice. First of all, you collect baseline data before you make any changes in the process. Then you have something to compare with the modified process. Then you must collect the data after the changes, after modification. Now you have two set of data, before the improvement and after the improvement. Then it is very much easy to compare. To translate those into the graphical method, you can use that Pareto chart, run chart and histogram. Finally, you have to collect the data set again. At the time at the time that the process over, end of the process, then you have three sets: before the changes, after the changes, and you can compare both two, and you can validate the changes by compare with the output of the process. The next question is what type of data will we collect? In general, data can be classified into two major types. As you know, attribute data and variable data. Attribute data gives you a count representing the presence or absence of the characteristics or defect. These counts are based on the occurrence of discrete event. Suppose if you are concerned with timely delivery of parts by your storekeepers, you should develop a procedure that would give you a count of number of supplied plant they deliver on time and number of times they deliver late. This is the one give you through attribute data. But however, there is no chance to find the actual time late from the expected time. The variable data is the second group. The variable data based on the measurements of a key quality characteristic produced by the process, such measurements might include length, width, time, weight, or temperature. The next question is how do we collect the right data? Yes, we can collect the data, but the problem is how can we collect the correct data? Don't forget what is the purpose of collecting data. We are going to collect the data to improve our process. Based on the data, you are going to measure the performance of the process. Then you have to collect small sample sizes, collect frequently, each and every day or each and every hour you have to collect it. Depend on the availability of data, cost and consequences. You can't spend more and more for data collection. You have to think about the cost and everything that influence to the data collection process. Question is how do we collect the data? Next question is how do we collect the data? Many teams struggle with it, but answer is very much simple. You don't want to allocate a separate person for data collection. You can ask your process workers to do it, who have best opportunity to record the results. They also know the process best and can easily detect the problems occur. Don't forget, it is very much important to train them how to do it, how to record it. And you should provide necessary resources to make it in a correct way. You have to provide time, you have to provide paper, you have to provide pencil and other measurements tools.